Ever asked an AI a question and gotten an answer that sounds correct, but deep down you're not sure if it's real? That's what scientists call AI hallucinations, when models make up facts or spew confident but wrong information. It's a big deal because as these systems get smarter, we need them to be reliable, not just flashy. So here's the problem. Large language models, LLMs, are incredible at generating text, but they often fabricate information. Imagine asking, "What's the population of Tokyo?" and getting a number that's way off. That's a hallucination. And it's a critical issue, because we rely on these models for everything from trivia to medical advice. But what if we could teach them to pause and say, "I'm not sure"? That's exactly what a groundbreaking study from Meta tackled. The researchers developed a method called ConfQA, a clever way to train models to only answer when they're confident. If they're unsure, they say, "I'm not sure." But how did they make that happen? They used two smart tricks. First, they added a prompt. Answer only if you are confident. This acts like a mental check, forcing the model to ask, "Do I actually know this?" Without this prompt, models still hallucinated 15–25% of the time. Second, they trained the model on simple factual statements from knowledge graphs, giant databases of verified facts, like Eiffel Tower height equals 330 meters. By focusing on these basics, the model learned to calibrate its confidence across all kinds of questions. The results? Well, ConfQA cut hallucinations from 20–40% to under 5% on multiple tests. And when combined with RAG, retrieval augmented generation, which pulls in external data, accuracy jumped by 45%, while cutting processing time by over 30%. But here's where it gets even cooler. The team developed a framework called dual neural knowledge. Think of it as a two-way street. The model uses its own internal knowledge or pulls in external facts, but only when needed. For example, if a question requires up-to-the-minute data, like today's weather, it grabs external info. If it's unsure about a static fact, like who wrote Hamlet, it sticks to its internal knowledge. This smart switching reduces unnecessary searches, saving time and resources. What's fascinating is that the model isn't just guessing, it's confidence. The study showed LLMs do have a sense of what they know, but they're often overconfident. One test revealed that when a model predicted 80% confidence in an answer, it was only right 33% of the time. That's why the "I'm unsure" prompt is a game changer. But how do researchers even measure if an AI is lying? Enter clever tools. For short answers, they use the F1 score, which rewards partial correctness, and factuality, which punishes guesses. Here's the twist. A model might guess 90% of answers wrong but still get a decent F1 score. But if it's truthful, it'll say, "I don't know," instead of making stuff up. For longer answers, tools like VeriScore check every sentence against real-world data, like Google search results, to spot contradictions. And here's a wild discovery. AI models are better at guessing their own confidence. They're super sure about popular topics like the Eiffel Tower, but shaky on obscure ones. But when it comes to complex questions, the opposite happens. They're more confident about rare topics than common ones. It's like a human being who's certain about a niche fact, but fumbles on general knowledge. So why does this matter? AI is already in healthcare, education, and journalism. We need systems that prioritize truth over flashy answers. These studies are paving the way for smarter, more honest AI, because being smart isn't enough. Being accurate is what counts. Now, here's a real-world example of this progress. Researchers tested a massive AI model called Llama 3170B, training it on 27,000 question-answer pairs from DBpedia, a knowledge base. But here's the catch. More training isn't always better. They found that after just 100 training examples, the model's accuracy plateaued. That's a key insight: quality over quantity. The future of AI isn't just about bigger models. It's about teaching them to know when they don't know. And with methods like ConfQA and dual neural knowledge, we're one step closer to systems that are not just powerful, but trustworthy. So next time you chat with an AI, remember, the goal isn't just to sound smart. It's to be right. And that's the future of AI we're building, one honest answer at a time.